Yeah, it's obviously it's a different ball club. There's more left-handers in there than right-handers. Different pitch mix. I think for Gavin, it's he's got the weapons to get left out. He's got the weapons to get right out. I think for him, it's just kind of trying to get ahead. There's some early count swingers on that other side that you got to make good pitches early in the count, and he's got to get ahead. And once he gets ahead, be able to expand. So right now, Penn's in a good spot, but we still need some length out of Gavin today.
Last night, you had just talked about kind of looking to have more complete games from a team effort sense. How do you guys? What's one step in the right direction to kind of see more of that today, or just as you guys finish up this year?
I think the first step is putting up a 0 in the first inning. I think that's a good start to get our offense out there, and we haven't seen this guy, so there's some information that we need to gather. But I think it's pitching, it's catching the baseball and throwing it over there accurately and running the base as well, which I think as a group we've done that consistently all year, and then taking good at bats, and so the game's going to play out, but these are things that we all expect to be better at.
Nick Ramirez is here. Is there a roster move for him?
Yeah, we're going to IL Kyle Hurt.
What's his?
Yeah, he's got some shoulder inflammation.
Is he going to go under those games or anything like that?
Not sure yet, but that's probably a safe assumption.
Was it just like you felt like a catch play yesterday?
Yeah, I think it's sort of been something that's kind of been in and out. But after his last one, velocity down just a tick, and then he said he just didn't feel good coming out of it. And so we've kind of kept an eye on it. Came in and played catch on Thursday, felt better, and then yesterday tried to get off the mound and just didn't feel well.
And Dave, given the success he's had since he got here, how weird is it seeing Freddie kind of be in a little bit, mini slump?
Yeah, no, it's a slump, and it's very unusual for a guy like Freddie. He's frustrated. He's trying to change his daily habits, if that correlates to getting hits. He's not used to struggling, and so, even the at-bat versus Manea yesterday, you don't see him chase like that. So he's clearly kind of searching right now, and he'll get through it. But it's just kind of one of those things that hitting is difficult, even for Freddie Freeman.
Last night he kind of mentioned it's something with his hips. I guess when you kind of pinpoint something like that, and I guess kind of taking you back to the later days, how easy or hard is it to make those adjustments when you can kind of pinpoint something that things aren't necessarily going to plan?
Yeah, it's different for all players, but I think with Freddie in particular, his swing, his mechanics, his body awareness is so good that the margin is so finite. The difference in where it should be, where he's used to it being, and where it is currently. And so that's sometimes even harder of a search or fix. And so, he's just missing some pitches. And so if it is the lower half, which a lot of times it is the lower half, there's just not much, it's not that different. And so as some guys really, it's very, very blatant. But with Freddie, it's just really, really finite. So it's harder, but yeah, he's grinding right now.
Dave, spring kind of made a big deal of the batting order at the top, just how they lined up. How have you seen those three guys kind of play off each other in their current order?
I think really well. I think Mookie obviously in the one has done everything we needed, and I think Shohei has done everything we've asked. I think, and so, Freddie's struggling right now. A week ago, I would have said it's perfect, and so it's changed in a week. But I don't think it's lineup construction. I think Will Smith has done a fantastic job in the 4. So, you could talk about flipping Freddie and Shohei, but the point being is that if you don't feel good and your lower half isn't working, whether you hit first, second, or ninth, I don't think that is a factor.
Wherever you get in the lineup, like you don't think for players that's like a big thing?
It is for some players. It is, absolutely it is. But again, I don't think for Freddie it is, because a week ago he would have said it's great. I mean, and not to say that he's changed, because I know he's not like that. But it definitely is a visual. It's a get into the flow of the game, depending on where you hit. It certainly matters in certain cases, absolutely.
Dave Walker, he had automatic ball strike system the other night. First time I think he's dealt with that. Is that a consideration, like when determining like where he's making that next start, whether it's Albuquerque or with Tulsa?
You know, we talked about that a little bit, and he was kind of taken aback because I guess on certain days they do it, then they don't do it, and he was kind of confused. My guess right now, as it stands and talking to Walker, he's going to go to Albuquerque, and then we'll see how that goes. So I don't know if the ABS is there or not, but
I think it will be.
Okay. Yeah. So good luck to Walker.
How did your chat with him go?
It went well. It went well, and just kind of trying to figure out where he's at physically. You know, the pitch count's getting up. The stuff was much better, arguably as good as it's been in a long time. So that's good. Just couldn't land the curveball, and I appreciate that he was making an effort to try to do that. But the pen was good, so he's in a really good spot. I feel really good, but you know, to get him up and down 5 times in his next outing would be very helpful too.
Dave, with Evan Phillips, I think he was probably warming the other night, Tuesday, and then you added a run, so he didn't pitch, so he had to pitch on Saturday.
He'll pitch today.
I was just gonna say, how hard is that balance where you're like trying to save it for important spots, but sometimes you just don't have it?
Yeah, that's sort of the life of a closer, but I think with Evan, I was going to pitch him last night, potentially even in an 8th inning situation if it made sense. It just didn't kind of play out as such, but he'll pitch today.
To go back to yesterday with Gavin, since you kind of mentioned like sometimes lower half of the guys, do you feel like the knee's bothering you at the plate, or is part of like why his mechanics a little bit out of whack right now?
No, I don't think so. I think physically right now, Gavin is in a great spot physically with the knee. I think that there's an approach, there's a mechanical part that's sort of playing into kind of the inconsistencies early.
On a totally separate note, we're like kind of at the 1-year mark of all the babies that were born last year. How have you seen just some of these players who were first-time dads last year, I guess evolve this last year?
You know, it's been fun to see. I think that like all of us that have children understand that your perspective changes. And those guys, their perspective, their lens is widened on what's important, and they're sleeping much better now than they were in spring training, so that's good too. But no, they're all doing great, and you know, hopefully we have another little baby boom surge. I don't know, we'll see.